Alright guys, just sharing a little bit of DIY water system that I've been modifying and testing, and now I think I'm finally where I like the system the way it is. So previously, I'm going to show you this pictures of how it used to be. Most people start this out with just the jerry can, right? And then you'd open either the top cap, the big main cap, or opening up a smaller cap that's on that lid. So just like most people, I started out that way, and then I modified it because I saw some people having a submersible pump running on their jerry can, or in the jerry can, pumping up water. So I did that, and this is how mine started. It started with a garden hose outlet and just connecting a hose into it. Mine, I put a quick connect so that I could take it off and store the hose, but as you can see, it's not pretty. It was functional. It worked for a while, actually, at least a year and a half. And then I found one of the things that I had problem with in the past was finding a good way to control the water. So took me a while. So I was using the knob and the faucet to control the flow of water. And then lately I found a way to control the flow of water within the quick connect system. So now you're asking, some of you may be asking, why there's two quick connect or two faucet outlet in here. Well, one of the problem I had was I got tired of opening up the main lid of this jerry can just to fill in water. So the gray quick connect here is how I fill the jerry can without opening up the main lid. That's just a one of those plumbing reducer holding it in there so that I can fill it in. And as you can see, underneath that main lid is where the two are connected. So connecting the hoses in there, it works, but again, it's not as nice as I want it to be. So once I discovered a way to control the flow of water using this white quick connect, which has a control valve in it, I was able to modify it so that it looks now the way it is. So as you can see, it's much nicer than the previous setup, and the hose head that the garden hose head that I use right now, which I plan to change later on, is just a regular garden hose that you can adjust the water shape with this one. You know, got that quick connect that connects to it. But I plan to change it to this type so I can have different types of water shape coming out of it. This is from my garden hose. The good thing about this one is got this control that you can also control the flow of water, you know. But the white quick connect I have has an on and off as well, right? So this one can also control the water if I'm using this. But once I connect or change to this type, I can just leave that on full on position, and I can control the flow of water using this. Now, the good thing about having this knob right here is that I don't have to worry about leakage. Now, here's the thing. This particular quick connect right here, it's actually closed when there's no attachment connected to it. I don't know if you guys can see. It's probably too dark to see it. But they look like that, so they don't open until you actually put a male quick connect fitting in there. So this might be redundant. I may be able to change this whole thing with just this type, but I like the contrast here, so I can distinguish which one is a fill hole, quick connect hole, and which one is my outlet. This is my inlet, outlet. So the way I power the submersible pump inside it is a 12-volt portable battery that has underneath it, and I have this in Velcro so I can take it off because it's portable. I can also use this in my other pump. It's got this 5.5 millimeter by 2.1 millimeter DC male adapter plug cable to Anderson plug. Now this cable right here, you can buy this in Amazon. Now, why didn't I just connect the pump wire directly to a 5.5 millimeter by 2.5 millimeter DC male adapter? Well, sometimes, let's say in case that my portable battery runs out and I don't have a way to charge it, I can actually plug this into my solar generator or my auxiliary battery which has a Anderson plug in them. That's why. Just as a backup or redundancy, whatever you want to call it. But that's about it. I orient this downward so that just in case water leaks, doesn't leak directly to the open ports in this battery. So this is how I orient it. And there's a power button at the bottom, which is in the middle, is easy to just feel and turn on and off. But yeah, that's hopefully gives you an idea of what you can do with your system. I know that there's somebody who's selling their system very similar to this, but you know, I've been working on this system for a while now, and I think it's a good system, and it's easy to make, it's easy to do. Now, how did I change this from the old one? I took out the outlet, the faucet, right, and I changed this with the male side that fits with that female fitting for my quick connect. Change it to 3/4, because this is 1/2, because I bought the 1/2 size faucet. So I just changed this. It's called an adapter, right? And I changed it to 3/4 so it fits with that. And then I kept the same size because I have the 1/2 pipe inside the jerry can. Now, maybe I should show you what's inside it, so that you can see what I did inside. You might change it in your system, but it's kind of hard to control this with me. Just I'm gonna change this a little bit. I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back. So as you can see, that's the new adapter that I put in there. Of course I had to make the hole in there a little bit bigger to accommodate that 3/4 male threaded side of this adapter. And I've got a 1/2 inch pipe in there with, again, an adapter that holds the pump hose. Now, why did I not make this a hose instead? Well, one of the reason, the main reason for me is this keeps the pump at the bottom of the jerry can. Alright, so this is how the system inside is set up. Now, why get this instead of the other type that probably more popular out there, the ones that's German made, the one that turns off the motor when you turn off the faucet? Well, that one has a lower pump power than this. It's not much, but first of all, this is cheaper. The blue one, Germany one, is like 80 bucks. This I think I got for less than 20 bucks. It's actually a aquarium submersible pump. It doesn't turn off when you turn off the faucet, but it doesn't use a lot of power neither. So that's the trade-off. And it's, again, it's a more powerful motor. I've had it for what, a little over 2 years now, and it still works great. Anyway, hopefully this helps you get an idea on how to set up this type of system. If you need a breakdown on how much it cost me to make this, I can make it available, but it's really not as expensive, and it's a lot of them are easy to find in your local hardware, except for the quick connect. I got them from Amazon, and the wire for it. That's it. Let me know if you need more information about it. Leave them in a comment. I'll try to answer them. I'm not very good at keeping up with the comments, but I'll definitely try. Now, this is not actually the one that I used for the for this pump. As you can see, there's something like a magnetic thing in there. I actually put this in my onboard water pump that is in that box right there. Inside that box, I have my permanently mounted pump that is supplying water to my sink. Later on, I'll do a video about that, because I just finished that. I just changed my entire system to that new box. Anyway, hopefully this is useful, and see you in the next video.